Welcome back to a new episode of the Crypto Sunday series. As we have become accustomed to, we spend Sunday together and analyze the most important events in the crypto world in the last week. This video will appear publicly on Monday, and if you want to watch it faster one day, that is, on Sunday, you can do this by becoming a member of the channel. You can find the link in the description of the video. Today I had a very interesting day on crypto. I started working on this video this morning, when the whole market was bright green. It's evening. I've been working on other aspects of the project in the meantime, and it looks like the whole market is red except for Dogecoin. Should Dogecoin be the hero of this fight? Of course it's a joke, but the real hero seems to have been Elrond lately, who swims hard against the current. Many are expecting a drop in the EGLD price, considering that the whole market is falling and eGold is rising. This can also happen, but I still see eGold much underestimated. If you can look a little into the future, and look at the next bull run, which I expect to be in 2024 to 2025 after we have a strong bear market, which I honestly expect to start next year. As a little secret I can say that I still hope to see a new ADH this year, but not sooner than the second half of the year, and only then to enter the bear market. So as I said, if you can project the future a little over the next bull run cycle, I expect more crypto projects to exceed $1 trillion in capitalization. It may seem hard to believe now, but this technology is not only here to stay, but will explode into adoption. So far the only project that has exceeded $1 trillion in capitalization is Bitcoin, and now it has retreated below this value to about $0.8 trillion. As I said, I expect that in the next cycle that comes after having Bitcoin, we will have at least 5 projects with a capitalization of more than $1 trillion, and I would not be surprised if Elrond takes one of these places. We have noticed a huge development in this ecosystem lately. Elrond builds and develops new things on automatic fire, buys banking companies and large payment processors. In other words, it seems to swallow everything around them in the most positive way. NFT projects created on the Elrond network are becoming more frequent and more resounding. Likewise, the markets for NFT on this network seem to be more and more, with such a market appearing every week. The projects launched on the Mayor Exchange are also amazingly many, over 10 new projects in a few days. Liquidity is rising alarmingly on this exchange, and when the crypto market seems to be dying, the Elrond ecosystem is beginning to flourish. Enough with the free Elrond promotion, we can move on to our analysis, but don't think that you would want eGold to be missing from your portfolio in the coming years. Today, February 13, 2022, we have Bitcoin at a price of $42,065 and a market dominance of 42.6%. We notice that every time the crypto market contracts, the money goes to Bitcoin and Ethereum. These have earned the trust of long-term investors. Of course, with each drop in price, investors take refuge in stable coins, not only in Bitcoin and Ethereum. However, when it comes to market crashes, people do not sell these two assets as easily, being of course seen as a store of value. Of course, not only these are, but being much larger than the others offers greater security. Surely you've heard the word too big to fail. Compared to last week, we are at about the same level of the market. We have about $1.9 trillion in the market, and although most currencies are down in the last 24 hours, they are about the same price as last week. Bitcoin is even up by 1%. We see that Solana is strongly affected and records a loss of 17% in the last 7 days compared to the market, which, as I said, was almost standing still. Solana also fell in the rankings and lost about $6.7 billion in capitalization. It is a huge loss for Solana, which is a centralized blockchain, which unfortunately for its users, shuts down the network when working on it, just as we stop the car when we leave it to be repaired. From my point of view, in the long run, it is not an attractive project, even if it has had and still has a big hype. It seems that the famous Shiba and Doge also had a nice rally the other day, and Doge doesn't seem to have stopped yet. As I told you earlier, I expect this year in the second half to see another strong rally, and a new all-time high on Bitcoin. I don't expect to go up to 100,000, but only somewhere to $80,000, after which the decline will start, and we will slowly move towards a bear market. Please tell me in the comments what is your opinion about this scenario, and how do you see things. My prediction does not need to happen, it is just a personal opinion, and I do not recommend you to use it to make financial decisions based on this statement. If you want and can do that, I invite you to become a member of this channel, as others have decided to become over time. You can do this by accessing the link in the video description. I want to thank you if you choose to do this, but also to those who have already taken this step. With your help, we can improve our content and deliver more information. If you choose not to take this step, for whatever reason, know that we still love you, and you can still help us with a subscribe, a like to this video, and a follow on social media, and for that you can find all the links in the description. You can also use our affiliate links, which you can also find in the description, and that's how we and you win. Thank you for being a true fan of this channel, and I would like to know to what extent you would like to create an NFT project for the community. I am waiting for your answer in the comments, and we will go further with the analysis of the index of fear and greed, which is today at a value of 44. We have come out of the extreme fear zone through which we have been struggling for a few weeks, and now we are on the fear zone, an area that is very good for accumulation if you are here for a long time. I am very happy that we managed to gather such a large community of people passionate about crypto and financial education. Today we are over 3,000 people in the community in just 2 months from the beginning of this project. Not only has your number increased in this time, but so has our team, from 1 man, so we have become a team of 8 dedicated people who produce materials for you. We are proud that we can create something valuable for you, and that you choose to spend your time with us. I would like to see you all here and on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or Telegram, where to continue these discussions and create even more value together. Thank you for spending 14 weeks with us on Sunday, and being part of this beautiful family. Until the next video, I wish you to make wise decisions and take care of your money.